Who would have thought that I'd be starting this video by telling you Sonic the Hedgehog 2 has been confirmed? Anyway, I'm Will, this is Norton Film and Review, so let's talk about it. Come on! We're back again, it's Friday, I have a new video for you, lots of film news to talk about, so let's talk about first things first. Sonic the Hedgehog 2 has been confirmed. This is really exciting news. It was pretty obvious that it was going to happen, but we've been waiting a little while for it to be confirmed. We've had cast saying, I'm sure it's going to happen. The director saying, oh, I'd really like to work on it. Different characters, different bits and pieces out there saying that there's going to be one, but it's only now that it is officially confirmed. Now, here's the interesting bits. If you've seen the film before, you'll know what I'm about to say, but if you haven't, spoiler alert, Tails obviously appears at the end. Fantastic, that's great, and I'm really looking forward to seeing how they develop it. There's a petition online at the moment to try and get Tom Holland to be the voice of Tails. Personally, I don't think that's necessary. The person who plays the voice is fantastic already and does the character justice. We don't need Tom Holland to do it. I love Tom Holland, I think he's fantastic, and he's most probably my favourite Spider-Man. But do we need Tom Holland in the new Sonic the Hedgehog as the voice of Tails? I mean, drop a comment below, but personally, I don't think it's a necessity. The other one that people are talking about online is having Dwayne Johnson, yes, The Rock. Can you smell what The Rock is cooking? As the voice of Knuckles. Again, I don't think it's a necessity. I wouldn't be put off if that was the case. We don't even know if Knuckles is going to be featured in this film. But if he is and it's Dwayne Johnson, I'm happy with that. But again, it's not a necessity. We've got a great core cast. I know there's going to be some names pop up in there. Of course there are. But what do you think? Do we need Dwayne Johnson? Do we need Tom Holland? What do you expect from Sonic the Hedgehog 2? Obviously, it was a phenomenon. They changed the animation because everybody kicked off about the way that Sonic looked. And the way he looks now is amazing. The film was thoroughly enjoyable, both for adults, families, kids, grandparents, I'm sure, dogs. Everybody enjoyed it. It was just a good, fun film. Hilarious, great cast. Great to see someone like Jim Carrey back into his roots. It was just a good film all round. And if they can do that with a sequel, I'm all in. I just don't think we need some of the, cast members for the sake of it. But drop a comment below, are you excited or as excited as I am? Sonic the Hedgehog 2 is confirmed! Next up, again, thanks to the fans, thanks to amazing petitions all over the internet, we are getting Justice League, the Snyder Cut. Yes, Zack Snyder's Justice League is gonna happen, which I never thought I'd say that. It's crazy to think that that is real. Obviously, as you're aware, or if you're not aware, Zack Snyder was the original director. He had done pretty much 75 to 80% of the film. Unfortunately, he had to pull away. He'd gone through a tough time. He lost his daughter, and just, I completely understand why he did it. Due to that, we then had a few directors, lots of changes, reshoots, and all sorts, and we got a film that personally I didn't think was great at all. But thanks to petitions and all sorts being discussed online, it's happening. We're getting the Snyder Cut. Now, lots of people have asked me already, how's that going to work? Like, are they just going to chop and change bits around? Well, this is the breakdown. Some of it interesting, some of it absolutely nuts. As I said, he filmed 75% to 80% of the film before. Great. But some of those pieces weren't used in the version that we saw, so there'll be scenes that we haven't seen before that are already done. We're getting, I think, Ben Affleck back, which is great, and the other 25 to 20% of the film has to be shot, which means that they're going to be doing some fresh shooting with this cast. And it's going straight to HBO Max. I'll come back to that in a second, but they're going to be spending 20 to 30 million on filming the pieces that are to be done and editing, etc. Now, just to get a grasp on how much money that actually is, because it is a big amount of money, and 3C Films said it best. The Invisible Man, the film that obviously surprised audiences all over America, cost 10 million to make and made a lovely profit and a good film to most people. Well, 20 to 30 million means that is 3 Invisible Man films. 3 of them! So 3 films for the cost of 20% of a film that was never going to be made. That is bonkers. I'm excited because obviously they're putting a lot into this. But how is it going to turn out? I've just got everything crossed that they don't spend all this money and actually it just turns out to be average. Which it could be. I'm hoping it won't, but it could be. The other interesting thing is it looks like it might possibly be a 4-hour movie, which is most probably the longest film we've had ever, most probably. Don't quote me on that. But 4 hours? That's crazy. But it also means if it's going to a platform like HBO Max, we might get it as a series. They might do 6 hours and go, look, you've got an extra 2 hours. Have fun with it. We're going to do it as a series and split the film up into 6 episodes or as a 4-part film. Who knows? What do you think? Would you rather it be, say, 2.5 to 3 hours and we just get the film on HBO Max and just enjoy it? Would you want it as a 4-hour, 6-hour, as a TV series? What do you think? Personally, 3 hours is fine with me. 1 film, because I'll most probably sign up to HBO Max, watch the film, then leave. They're going to make a lot of money out of people like me that will be doing that and subscribing for a month only just to watch this film. But what do you think? Does it want to be a TV series? Do you want it to be a series? Do you want it to be a long film? I don't know. Drop me a comment below and we'll talk about it further. And finally, I've only got time for one more thing, and let's talk about it. Labyrinth. Yes, the cult classic with Jim Henson and David Bowie, a film that didn't do very well in the box office, but over time became the cult classic that it is today. I absolutely love the film, but guess what? We're getting a sequel. Now, I know what you're thinking. Another sequel? Is it a reboot? Well, they're saying it's a sequel, so that's a good thing. Do we need another sequel? There's never been one of it. I'm really intrigued to see which route they're going to go with this. Are they going to do all the puppetry? Are they going to go further with it? With things like the Dark Crystal series on Netflix, which was phenomenal, and the amount of work that went into it. If they're going to do something like that and film it in that style, I'd rather it take time and get a perfect film. But the one thing that is getting me really excited about this even more so is the director, which is Scott Derrickson. Now, if you haven't heard of that name, he is the man behind directing Doctor Strange and Sinister. Yes, so we've got a Marvel film from a superhero world and Sinister, a horror film that is very, very creepy. It's going to be really interesting to see how those two sort of styles tip over each other and create the film that we're going to get. What do you think? Labyrinth 2. Obviously, it's going to be sad watching this film without David Bowie in, of course, but unfortunately, that's the way it is. What do you think? Will they add some other 80s star into it? Will they add more puppets, less puppets, more CGI? I hope not. Let me know what you think. Labyrinth 2 is in the works. Well, that's all I've got time for on today's film news. I hope you've enjoyed it. There's so much going on at the moment. As I said, I will keep doing these videos on a Wednesday and a Friday with you. Don't forget, tomorrow I have a Harry Potter review for you, and it's time for The Prisoner of Azkaban. And on Sunday, I will be reviewing Jojo Rabbit, a film that I've been so excited to watch and have finally watched it, and it was amazing. So, if you want to see those videos, want to watch any of my previous or videos to come, don't forget to hit that like button. And of course, subscribe to my channel. I'm Norton Film and Review. I'm also on TikTok. Hit me up on there. Thank you so much for your support. Have a lovely weekend. See you tomorrow. Bye-bye.